The influential empress. Have you ever had an earthquake blamed on you because people did not relish you? This happened to Wu Zhao because she was the first and only woman empress in China from 690 to 705. She had an advantageous education which the other girls at her time did not have. Wu Zhao only started as one of Emperor Gaozong's numerous concubines and ended up as the Empress of China. While Wu Zhao was empress, she generously helped plentiful, personable peasants and had many vast achievements. Wu Zhao grew up in an interesting way that was different from the rest of her culture. Wu Zhao was born on February 17, 625 AD. She had a wealthy family. Since Wu Zhao's father was a prominent chancellor for the Qing dynasty, he often encouraged Wu to have an education, unlike the other girls of her time. In school, Wu happily learned how to read, write, and play music. She also studied politics and how the government worked, as well as worked and helped run very important businesses. Later, when Wu was 14 years old, Emperor Taizong noticed how bold, bright, and beautiful she was and became one of his allegiant concubines. Interestingly, Emperor Taizong called her Mei, which means pretty. The emperor extolled her and gave her the job of the royal laundry, since Emperor Taizong thought she needed more responsibility. Wu Zhao was raised in ways that helped her succeed and set her apart from the rest of the community. Wu had an interesting journey to becoming Empress of China. Emperor Taizong died suddenly. His son, Emperor Gaozong, became emperor and had numerous wives. Wu Zhao was not Gaozong's main wife. However, they had 2 children together, while he was with many other wives. Later, Wu had a baby daughter, the 3rd child. Soon after, Wu grew jealous of Lady Wang, who was Emperor Gaozong's main wife. Historians say that Wu fatally killed her own adorable baby girl and then framed Lady Wang for killing her child. Surprisingly, the emperor believed Wu Zhao and mercilessly killed Lady Wang. Because of a myriad of the other family members tried to take Wu's possession, they were taken away or murdered. Gaozong died while he suffered from a stroke, and Wu became the prominent ruler as Empress of China. Within a few years, Wu Zhao advanced from a concubine to Empress of China. During Wu Zhao's reign, she had vast achievements that helped numerous amount of people. She began to call herself Wu Zetian, which means emulator of heaven, and started the new Zhao dynasty. In the past, men would cheat and kill people to gain power. Wu Zetian wanted to end this era. Secret police who were used to see who was allegiant to the throne and who was not, helped Wu spy on people. The credible people would be rewarded greatly, whereas those who were not loyal would be killed tragically. Wu Zetian helped show many people that women were just as equal as men. Because of all this toiling, Wu was worn out and handed down the throne to her son. She forgave her enemies, and peacefully Wu died in 705. Interestingly, China has forgotten Wu Zetian's history over the years because she was a woman empress. Over the years, Wu had achieved many goals which helped innumerable amounts of people. Because Wu Zetian had an excellent education, which was not normal for the girls of her time, she had a lucky start. Surprisingly, after becoming one of Emperor Gaozong's multiple concubines, she tenaciously won her way to becoming, multiple concubines. She tenaciously won her way to becoming Empress of China. While Wu was empress, she achieved a numerous amount of goals, since she lowered the taxes and established her own dynasty called the Zhao dynasty. In the Middle Ages, emperors of China would have a massive stone slab by their tombs to record their historical achievements. Ruling China was not easy, and not all the people liked a woman empress. or woman ruler. Therefore, Wu's lab remained empty since she was woman empress and people did not like the way that she ruled. Without question, we can always remember that Wu Zetian was an influential and noble empress who made a huge impact on ancient China.